A very good evening and a warm welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I'm Mariam Vijayaratna. Let's have a look at the headlines first. Even the eligible income taxpayers evade the inclusion, State Finance Minister laments. Export Development Board takes steps to promote business ties with Bahrain. News in detail. State Minister for Finance Ranjit Siambalapitiya revealed that only half of the people with the financial capability to pay taxes presently meet this obligation. The State Minister emphasized the importance of incorporating the tax evaders into the system, aiming to decrease indirect taxes and increase the direct tax rate. He revealed this at a news conference at the Presidential Media Center on Monday. The State Minister announced that preparations are underway to implement a tax identification number system from February 1st. Minister Siambalapitiya stated the government aims to elevate the state revenue to 12% of the GDP by the end of 2024 and set a target of 15% by 2025 for a stable economy. Additionally, amendments have been introduced for VAT, increasing the rate to 18% with a decrease in the limit to 60 million rupees. The government anticipates an additional 2.07% contribution to state revenue amounting to rupees 645 billion. The minister expressed confidence in bringing inflation back to 5% within 2 or 3 months despite a projected 2.5% rise due to increased tax rates. He added that preparations for the TIN systems are underway with challenges addressed at the divisional secretariat level, aiming to resolve them through an online system. Safa Sharif A. Khalik, the CEO of Export Bahrain, along with Zainab Matrouk, met with Dr. Kingsley Bernard, Chairman of Sri Lanka Export Development Board, on the 8th of this month. This meeting was initiated by Vijayaratna Mendis, the ambassador of Sri Lanka in Bahrain. Senior officials from the Sri Lankan Export Development Board, Sri Lanka Tea Board and private sector representatives from various export sectors engaged in the discussion. The discussions aimed at exploring avenues and promoting trade and economic cooperation between Bahrain and Sri Lanka. Safa Sharif highlighted how Export Bahrain supports micro and small-scale companies in Bahrain through various initiatives. She explained the possibility of supporting Sri Lankan companies facilitating connections with suppliers in the Middle Eastern market. The Bahrain delegation expressed their willingness and readiness to assist Sri Lankan companies in addressing their trade-related challenges in Bahrain. They recommended that individual participating companies directly contact them to establish connections and explore potential opportunities within the Bahrain market. They strongly urged Sri Lanka to participate in the autumn fair in Bahrain, providing access not only to the Bahrain market but also to the entire Middle East region. Chinese Prime Minister Lee Kuan has extended warm wishes to Sri Lankan Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena for the new year, marking the auspicious year of the dragon. Chinese ambassador to Sri Lanka, Kwai Shahong, visited the Prime Minister to deliver a special greeting card from Prime Minister Lee Kuan at the Temple Trees in Colombo yesterday. During the meeting, Chinese ambassador assured continuous support for Sri Lanka's efforts to modernize agriculture. Ambassador Shennong also announced that China would initiate a program to share Chinese expertise in the development of high-yielding rice with Sri Lanka. This program is scheduled to launch during the upcoming Yala season. Prime Minister's Secretary Anura Dissanayake and senior Chinese diplomats were present during this significant occasion. Stay tuned, we'll be right back after this short commercial break. Welcome back after the break. State Minister for Livestock Development D.B. Herath announced that the Department of Agriculture is implementing measures to empower small and medium-scale farmers to produce an excess of liquid milk for export purposes. State Minister Herath said that negotiations with the French government have taken place to open 2 additional liquid milk factories. The State Minister made these revelations speaking at the Presidential Media Center recently. The State Minister revealed that the country currently meets only 40% of its liquid milk requirements, incurring an annual expenditure of over 34 billion rupees in imports. He said the domestic production, standing at 350 million litres, falls short of the 750 million litres needed. The State Minister added that 6 factories have been strategically established in Variapola, Vennapur, Attanagalla, Colombo and Polonnaruwa. A new liquid milk factory in Navalapitiya with a daily production capacity of 5,000 litres has been inaugurated with Rs 60 million assistance from the French government. According to the minister, plans to initiate similar factories in Jaffna and Kilinochchi have been communicated to the French government with a 250 million rupee allocation. Minister Herath added 200 million rupees have been earmarked for the development of the goat farming industry. The Human Rights Commission of Sri Lanka has expressed deep concern over alleged human rights abuses in the recent Yukti operation conducted by the Sri Lanka Police and the Ministry of Public Security. The Human Rights Commission of Sri Lanka voiced concerns in a statement released recently. The HRCSL stated that it has received reports of cruel, inhuman or degrading treatment during search operations, prompting an immediate inquiry into these claims. The Yukti operation has reportedly led to the arrest of over 20,000 suspects in just a 2-week span from December 17 to December 31, 2023. The Human Rights Commission has received numerous complaints of torture, inhuman treatment, arbitrary arrest and detentions associated with the operation. The Bar Association of Sri Lanka has also expressed serious concerns about the operation. The Commission emphasizes that every citizen has a right to be free from cruel, inhuman or degrading treatment or punishment under the Sri Lankan Constitution. This development unfolds in the context of a broader pattern where the HRCSL received over 200 complaints of torture in 2023 alone. Individuals accused of torture continue to hold office despite recent Supreme Court pronouncements finding them responsible and ordering compensation for victims. The inaugural Ceylon Literary and Art Festival is set to be held from the 8th to 12th of February 2024 in the historic cities of Kandy and Colombo, Sri Lanka. Spearheaded by the British Council and supported by partners HSBC, the festival is said to be a significant step in transforming Sri Lanka's literary and creative sectors. Mark Sergner, CEO of HSBC Sri Lanka and Maldives, stated that the ambition is to bring the best of the world in literature, art and culture to our clients. Orlando Edwards, Director of British Council Sri Lanka, highlighted the festival's commitment to engage in youth, cultivating a love for reading and learning by exposing them to diverse literary voices. The festival boasts a lineup of 42 authors, including 22 international and 20 local literary figures, offering diverse perspectives and insights. Special highlights include the Children's Festival, curated for engaging and inspiring experiences for younger audiences, as well as exclusive author events and artisanal walks. The Ceylon Literary and Art Festival is an invitation to immerse in the rich tapestry of Sri Lankan culture, literature and arts, engaging the local community and international visitors. Stay tuned, we'll be right back with the stock updates. Welcome back after the break. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a negative note today. The all-share price index dropped 53.80 points to close at 10,665.84, and the S&P SL20 dropped 20.57 points to close at 3,051.79. The turnover was 0.5 billion rupees and over 23 million shares were traded. Up next are forex rates. That's all we have for tonight. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook.